Hi. Welcome to another Mountaintop Minute. It's a very pretty day in May, and this is the time of year that we get a lot of young horses to start under saddle. And this is a nice horse that we're starting, but he's very interesting. He's a red dun gelding. He has a very nice eye, and he seems to be extremely intelligent, and we think he's going to be a nice horse. The interesting thing about this horse is that he is 4 years old, and basically all he's been is a pasture ornament and a pasture pet. He has never even had his legs picked up. He has not been led around. He really doesn't know how to lead. They had just sort of gotten a halter on him to get him in the trailer, which I'm not sure even how they did that with feed or whatever to get him here. This is his second day here, and so Luann has done some basic round pin work just to get his attention, and you can see he's very, very attentive to everything going on around him because he's just gotten to be 4 years old and nothing has ever been expected of him. So what we're going to do today is show you how we start to teach these horses to lead in a very a manner that they will respect us, where they're not jumping on us. That's a very important thing, and safety is everything. And we know there's lots of different methods out there, natural horsemanship and different games and routines you can follow with these horses. And we absolutely have nothing against any of that, but in training for somebody's dollar, we have to get a lot done in a small amount of time, so we don't do a lot of games. But teaching a horse that has never led to lead is very important, especially when they get this old and this big. The first thing I want to go over is the equipment we're using. We have to use a rope halter to get their attention. We do not put nylon or leather halters on these guys. It's really, they can pull you around so hard in those. And in this halter, we get their attention. And this is so important. Another thing, we have a nice lead rope we can get a grip on. It's a nice round cotton lead rope. It's not a thin lead rope. And then we also use just a hand whip or stick as just an extension of our arms and legs. That's all we use it for. And we want them to have respect for that. And so Luann this is the only second day that we've started teaching this horse leading, and so she's going to start leading him for us. And the most important thing, I think, for y'all to see, now he has stopped there to look what was going on, so she just took him around a different way. One of the most important things I'd like for y'all to see is that this horse cannot get in her space, and the horse can't jump on her, get too close to her shoulder. And so as Luann leads, and I'll try to get over here so I can see it, is she's going to she's going to tell him to get off of her right now. He was sort of jumping on her. And again, he's going ahead of her. He's not listening. And so this is where that rope halter comes into play. That's so vitally important. You can see how he backed off the grip of that rope halter. He's yelling to other horses in the barn. As I say, he's not used to working. He's not used to training. He's not used to being alone. So she's going to use that whip as an extension of her hand to get him to go forward or to stop. Now you can see she's got her hand out, way out to her side, and that is the barrier. That horse cannot come any closer than her hand. And I want to show you that. We don't want that horse on our shoulder and just walking into us. So she's going to hold that hand out there as a barrier. And that's as close as that horse should get to her right shoulder. So we've got him leading pretty good, and you saw her correcting him. We want this horse to stop when we say whoa, and we look at him, and then when we walk towards him, we want him to back up or back away. And those are the three things we start with. walking with us, stopping when we face them, and then when we walk towards them, that they walk away from us. So again, I want Luann just to show the walk and the stop. And what I like about this, the horses start stopping off of just your body movement. So she's going to walk, and you see, when she faces him, she wants him to stop. And she's going to practice this just a couple more times. This horse is just learning these techniques. There, that's so much nicer. She'll do that one more time with this horse. We want him to walk forward when we start to walk. We want him to stay at a proper distance away from our shoulder. He's not wanting to go now. He's looking at other things. He's extremely green. He's like a baby that's 4 years old and 1,100 pounds. There we go. Here comes a jet. All right, that was a pretty loud jet. She stopped and held him away from her. She's lost his attention, so we're going to try to gain it again. There we go. So no matter what goes on, we keep that attention. She's going to stop him. And now we're going to ask him to back away. Very nice. All right, you've seen today in the Mountaintop Minutes an extremely green horse. And no matter how bad this may look, actually this horse is showing us a nice mind, a nice eye, and willing to halfway pay attention when he's gone for 4 years with really no handle, no training, and just running around in the pasture. So we'll see you next time for a Mountaintop Minute.